All right, everybody's talking about and is upset about Trump's tax returns. Like it's any of their business what Trump paid or didn't pay on his taxes. Guys, he's not my friend. He's not your friend. Just like Joe Biden's not for you. Kamala Harris isn't for you. The Bushes, the Obamas, none of those people care about you. The IRS doesn't care about you. But I'll tell you this. If you're a Rothschild's bought, banker bought puppet, like Donald Trump is, and like all the other ones are, you're not going to get audited by the IRS. You have protection. You have safety. Remember, back in the 1990s, Trump got upside down with Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, and who bailed him out? Rothschild's Inc. Who was the employee back then? Wilbur Ross. What happened to Wilbur Ross 25 years later when Trump became president? He was announced that he was going to be the Commerce Secretary. Wilbur Ross is the Commerce Secretary from Rothschild's Inc. And who is the Treasury Secretary? Steve Mnuchin from Goldman Sachs. That's how it works. They scratch each other's back. They lay in bed with each other. Do you think that they're going to get the whistle blown on them by the IRS? Not in your life, unless they step out of line and start, taking names and opening black books and telling the public, telling journalists what's actually in Ghislaine Maxwell's black book. That's the only time they'll get audited and thrown under the bus, or maybe they'll be Arkansas-cited. But this is from CNBC. They're talking about it on CNN. They're talking about it on all leftist media. Trump's tax returns released by House Ways and Means Committee. The House Ways and Means Committee released 6 years of former President Donald Trump's tax returns. The panel released the documents which cover years 2015 through 2020 after a lengthy fight over making them public. Now wait till you see some of this stuff. Personally, just because I don't like the guy, I don't like Biden, I don't like Trump, I want the tax thing to be even for everybody. Not that I want them to be taxed. I want the IRS to hands off of everybody. But when you see articles like this is a projection campaign. If we can make Donald Trump show his tax returns, then we can make you show your tax returns. And I know this is public official versus private life. I understand that. But there's a projection game that's going on here. And what a lot of lemmings don't understand is, as they applaud the House Ways and Means Committee bringing this out, and as they decry the fact that Donald Trump was able to escape without paying a whole lot of taxes, if any at all, some years, instead of saying, you know what, since Donald Trump doesn't pay taxes, I don't want to pay taxes. No, you know what they say? They say, I pay taxes, so Donald Trump should pay taxes. First of all, nobody's paying taxes. Taxes aren't something you do voluntarily. It's supposed to be voluntary. But what happens if you don't pay your taxes? They come after you. How's that for voluntary? The force, brutality, coercion, theft, the evil of the state is going to come after you because you won't let them have a portion, a percentage of the product of your time and laboring energies, which, in any other sphere, on any other planet, in any other rational, reality-filled realm, it wouldn't be called taxation, it would be called theft. More appropriately, because it's done at the barrel of a government gun, it would be called extortion, because it's theft by force or intimidation or threats or under duress. The House Ways and Means Committee released 6 years of former President Donald Trump's tax returns on Friday, offering the most detailed account yet of his finances while in the White House. The panel voted last week to make the returns public with redactions of sensitive information after a lengthy legal battle. The Ways and Means Committee last month obtained Trump's federal income tax returns from 2015 to 2020, along with tax records for some of his business entities. The panel had sought the records since 2019 when Trump was president, and he tried to block their release. The individual and business tax returns released by the committee can be found here, and if you press on that, you'll get the report, but we're just going to get the short version of it. The panel released a report earlier this month summarizing the ex-president's return. The summary prepared by the Joint Committee on Taxation. How's that for you? What do you do for a living, Daddy? I work on the Joint Committee for taxation. It's legalized theft. And I like what Lysander Spooner said. When plunder becomes a way of life, for a group of men living together in society, they create for themselves, in the course of time, a legal system which authorizes it and a moral code which glorifies it. And that's what you see here. You see the government authorization of theft by force, by brutality, by threats, and the authorization and the glorification of that. It says the summary prepared by the Joint Committee on Taxation showed Trump declared negative incomes in 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2020. He paid taxes of $1,500 in income tax for the years 2016, 2017, which I would say, way to go, Trump! Whoa, I'm in your corner for that, buddy. Trump's financial records, some of which came to light through the New York Slimes reporting in recent years, showed the former president who ran for office and part of his business acumen routinely declared large losses and paid little or no taxes in multiple years. And that's the way the rich do it. They do it legally. Remember what he said when he was on the debate stage? Hey, I don't pay taxes because I'm smart. And you know I'm doing exactly what you're doing. That's how you get away with it too. The financial records show Trump and his wife Melania declared negative income of $31.7 million and taxable income of $0 in their 2015 return, and they paid $641,000 in federal income taxes. In their 2016 return, Trump declared negative income of $32.1 million and again recorded $0 taxable income, and they paid $750 in taxes. $750 in taxes. And then he declares this huge negative income. Same thing here in 2017. Trump and his wife declared $12.8 million in negative income in 2017 with the $0 taxable income, and they only paid $750 in taxes. The 2018 return shows a rosier picture for the Trump's finances as they declared $24.4 million in total income and $22.9 million in taxable income. They paid almost $1 million in federal taxes. You know, none of this is really any of our business. I don't care what these people make. I don't care what they paid in taxes or didn't pay in taxes. I just want theft to stop. Don't you? Don't you want to keep 100% of your time and laboring energies? And yet, if you do keep 100% of that product, of your time and laboring energies, which is your money, your cash, your valuables, your assets, if you do want to keep it and then you take steps to keep it, you're considered a criminal by the state because they don't want you to keep your income. They claim to care about you. They want your safety and welfare and well-being. They say they want you to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, but they're always there with the long arm of the law to reach deeper into your pockets and extract the value that you work for from the American tax cattle. And so what you got here is a projection game using Donald Trump, just like the Twitter thing. When they dumped Trump off of Twitter, it was a projection like, hey, if we can get a sitting president to be thrown off of a social media platform, what makes you think we're not going to do that to you? If we can get a sitting president or a former president to reveal his tax returns and then slam him for not paying tax returns, what do you think we're going to do to you? So all I would say, I would appeal to any agent of government who's watching me right now. Rather than looking at your fellow human being who works hard, they want to provide for their families. They want to provide shelter and food and clothing. They're not out there hurting people. They're working hard. They're actually producing things for society. They're not parasitically living off society. So if you're a government agent and you're tasked with, hey, go audit that person, I would suggest find another job. But it pays so well, and that's how I produce revenue so that I can benefit my family. Yeah, but what you're engaged in is criminality. What do you want to teach your family? You want to teach them that it's important not to lie, not to cheat, not to steal, and not to audit people so that they can protect a racket that lies, cheats, and steals against hardworking individuals, in this case, Americans, who just want to keep 100% of what they own. Just leave us alone. If people are not engaged in criminal activity, leave them alone. If they're engaged in criminal activity, have at it. Go after them. And I'm talking about criminal activity. There is no crime if there's no victim. You got no victim, you got no crime. If somebody wants to keep 100% of their income, they're not harming anybody. They're not threatening to harm anybody. They're not stealing people's stuff or damaging people's property and not paying for it. Go after the bad people. Don't go after hardworking people. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list or my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support further, check out the links in the description. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.